From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. The first game's out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Young. Sliding out of the pocket. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. On play action, Young. He'll buy some time right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, you look at this Patriots defense. They've been pretty solid against the pass. Toward the middle of the pack, number 14 in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
They'll run for it with Achane. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The Dolphins 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year.
Now here's Young. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Jabril Peppers deep to receive. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Patriots take over. Materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. This defense for the Dolphins, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I have to say a very solid performance.
They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running right, here's Achane. And some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Again, it's Achane. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. They go play action. Here's Hooker. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. From the gun, it's Hooker. That is caught by Waddle. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Anderson. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Anderson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Anderson. He gets this to Thornton. And he's brought down. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. How about this? They'll change it at the line. On fourth down, Anderson. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Here's Achane to start the drive. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there. They'll have a 2nd and 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Pierce now up the middle. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 22 and a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
Working with a lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, Achane. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 46 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. First and 10, it's Pierce. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a toss right side. Achane with it. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Hooker now off play action. Here's Higgins out on the right side. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Hooker, he's going to move him around a little bit here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Elijah Moore, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. The extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Anderson. And that will be incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So on fourth down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second down, Hooker. Eluding the pressure right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And now they'll shift things around. Hooker from the gun on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Waddle, complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. From the 43, it's second and 3. Achane gets it from the gun. The 20, down to the 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Off the bootleg, Anderson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he will have a Patriots first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. They go play action here on first down. Connects with Kittle underneath. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Going up top. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Tyquan Thornton, his second touchdown on the season. And the Patriots are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Point after, right down the middle. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And just inside of a minute left, Charles. They got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. 98 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. 3rd down and 1. Off play action. Here's Hooker. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll go for it. Hooker. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Anderson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Now Anderson off the play fake. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. Incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Anderson now to throw on 3rd down. That is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. A great effort there. 32 yards. And the Patriots get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point right down the middle. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kicking unit out for the Patriots as they send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Hooker on 1st down. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. 4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. To throw is Anderson. Off play action. He's got a man, complete. They'll have the first down and more than that. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Looking to throw. Anderson. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Patriots come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Point after, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
Hooker. Throw left side to Higgins. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Hey, let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game. Hooker going to try and throw for it. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A run straight ahead with Achane. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Now Hooker. Forced out to his left. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Hooker wants to change the look. Now they'll change things around before the snap. On 3rd down, Achane. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They give to Achane on the option. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 116 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Running it out of the gun with Pierce. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. Waddle, the motion man right. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. Nifty move. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Pierce. Going to take this down just short of the goal line. He got 3, but could not get the ball over the chalk. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Achane. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. On now the Miami field goal unit. This just a 24-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10. Rolling to his right. And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Flushed out right. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Anderson on 1st down. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. Touchdown, Patriots. George Kittle, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Patriots have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. No problem there on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Jesus, second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Escaping the pressure right. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
In motion goes the tight end. Hooker now on 1st down. Flush to his right. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Hooker's going to throw it. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Trying to throw again here. Hooker. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Looking to throw. Hooker. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline. Turnover on downs. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's got this down to the 35. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Right back to him on first down. And he'll take this down to the 33. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Anderson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if the defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
Well, you need your best play here, no doubt. 4th down and 8. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown. The call is to go for one and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing after the interception. Anderson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. On 1st and 10, Anderson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Now Anderson. He's going to let it fly. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And while it's probably going to take a miracle at this stage, if they come down with this one in the end zone, they've still got a fighting chance. That one, however, winds up incomplete.
Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. They'll look to throw again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Anderson. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 41. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means... here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big third down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visited and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Dolphins, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.